Hello, race fans, and welcome to Disc Golf Daily. We are the podcast that gets you caught up with disc golf news and growth in about 10 minutes, saving you time and effort. If you want to dive deeper into any story, links, as always, are in the show notes. Our number one story today, saving Stafford Woods. Voorhees Township wants to have their cake and eat it too. If Stafford Woods remains open, they may lose their New Jersey conservation funding. Rather than simply remove one of the most popular and beloved courses in central New Jersey, the town has decided to hear the complaints and put forward a plan to mitigate them. If they succeed, they can still provide a great service to the town through the existence of the course, while also staying in good standing with the Conservation Commission, allowing the money to continue to flow. They propose to plant 50 trees to replace the ones that were removed when building the course, as well as some that may have died from getting hit by discs repeatedly. They also propose to protect the trees that are still on the course that get hit most often, as well as mitigate ground compaction and limit the number of tournaments, presumably to reduce wear and tear. The proposal, 8 pages all told, needs to be approved in order to save the course, and hopefully it will be. What I see here and want to share is that someone had complaints and the people in charge actively listened and proposed solutions to those complaints. There is no need to get angry, no need to call people names. Just listen and mitigate concerns. Long term, if we do this right, the Conservation Commission will hopefully see disc golf done right as a passive activity that can increase our outside time without destroying anything outside. But it has to be done right. Thank you, Voorhees Township. Hopefully this happens, and hopefully Stafford Lakes can stay, and the rest of us can learn a valuable lesson. Our number 2 news story, stats roundup from Koling. Ricky Wysocki goes bogey-free for the win. Wait, didn't I say that just a few weeks ago? That's right. He's done it twice in the last 4 events. And so you know how rare this is? He is the only player to do this more than once. And only 3 players, Gannon Buhr, Mason Ford, and James Conrad, have ever done it also. This is an amazing feat. It looks like Ricky is fully primed as we head into the European Open. He shot 1081 golf over the tournament. Only 3 players have shot a higher tournament rating, one of which was him, in the history of disc golf. Keep smiling, Ricky, and then bring that A game to the beast. On the women's side, here's a list of the stats that Kristen Tatar led the field in. By the way, welcome back, Kristen. It's nice to see your smile again. Birdie rate, 43%. Bogey rate, just 15%. Double bogey rate, 0. Fairways hit, 80%. Parked, 20%. Circle 1 in regulation, 44%. Circle 2 in regulation, 74%. C1X putting, 86%. Shots gained tee to green, this number's insane, 28. Shots gained putting, 7.7. Yeah, Kristen's pretty good. Just so you know, she moved up from 7th to 6th in the tour point standings. I expect we're going to keep seeing that number go up, up, up. Welcome back. Our number 3 news story, PDGA approved discs. Lax is a distance driver from Alpha Discs, spelled A-L-F-A, and Lax is spelled L-A-K-S. and whatever. The Mooring from King Dow Hippo Sport Products is a beautiful putter that is PDGA approved. Sub-Zero is a new mid-range, and Airflight is a new fairway driver, both from Kestrel Outdoors. And the Disc Golf Store has gotten a basket called the Grow the Sport Elite Basket, PDGA approved at the basic basket level. Well done to everybody for submitting the paperwork right and getting it done. Our number 4 news story, this comes to us from the Inn of a Blog. Jeremy Koling and Nate Sexton traveled to Japan to give clinics, play-in events, and help grow the sport. This one comes to us, as I said, from the Inn of a Blog. When young players find role models in the sport who they can look up to, quite literally in Germ's case, they delve deeper into disc golf. They find videos online. They begin to model their game after the best in the world. International ambassadors establish new scenes, and make exciting scenes more motivated. The clinics, led by Japanese legend Kozo Shimbo and his volunteers, Nate and Germ taught disc golf to hundreds of students in central Japan. With the help of translators, hand gestures, and the universal language of the sound of the chains, they were able to teach across the language barrier. They went to 8 schools running clinics that lasted from 1 to 2 hours each. The students ranged from kindergartners to high school seniors, and class sizes ranged from 15 up to 85 kids. Here's a fun quote from Nate Sexton. A couple kids hit aces in practice between 75 and 125 feet. Whenever those shots happen, everyone goes crazy. We brought the kids up and said what an amazing shot it was. They got to hear all those cheers and see everyone impressed. It's a great chance to let someone be a hero. They also got to play disc golf. The 8th Fuki Open. In addition to running clinics, Nate and Germ were able to compete in the 8th Fuki Open, held in Sakashi, Japan. The course is one of Japan's best, with epic holes that look out over the Sea of Japan. It's stunning. Nate and Germ appropriately went 1-2. Now it's time for some course growth and to figure out who the best players in the world are. All right, we're talking course growth now. Thank you to UDisc for these numbers. We had 31 new courses last week. That means we've got a total of 15,749 courses in the ground. One more, it would have been 15,750. Anyway, our yearly average courses per week continues to climb. We're up to 22.4 average courses per week. That's 3.2 courses a day. I estimate by the end of the year, we will have 16,264 courses, or an estimated total new courses in 2024 of 1,164. That is an annual growth rate of 8.42%. Fantastic. The number of courses in the ground continues to grow at an impressive rate. The US saw 11 new courses. Canada saw 7 new courses. Sweden 6. And that is your podium for new courses. Finland, Norway, they were right behind. But we got to give a shout out to Iceland, who also got a new course. They've got over 100, they have close to 100 courses now. Very, very impressive numbers for Iceland. And now it is time for us to figure out who is the best disc golfer in the world. We go over our ranking system, which has Ricky as 1, Gannon in 2, and Calvin in 3. That's basically who did you beat. We have Stat Mando's system. That's a black box. We have no idea what those guys are doing, but it's probably pretty reasonable. They have Gannon 1, Calvin 2, and Ricky 3. We have the power rankings, which put Ricky on top appropriately enough, Gannon in 2, and Anthony Barella in the number 3 spot. And then we have the Pro Tour standings, which have Gannon in first, Ricky in second, and Niklas in third. So we mash all those together, and that gives us Gannon, Ricky, Calvin in that order, with Anthony and Niklas also getting honorable mentions, tied for 4th. But Gannon is beating Ricky by a whisker, 70-65. And we look at the men who improved the most in the rankings this week. And obviously, a shout out to Juna Heinonen, who moved up 15 spots and is now ranked 25th in the world. Shout out to Eagle McMahon, who had a very good showing, and he moved up 4 spots. He's now ranked 29th in the world. And Nicholas Antala continues to climb. He gained 2 spots, and he is now ranked 5th. And I have to give a shout out to Eagle McMahon, who just released, in my opinion, the greatest golf disc release video ever created. He's singing to the clouds. If you haven't checked it out, go type in YouTube. Go to actually the link will be in the show notes. But seriously, MVP Disc Sports, Eagle McMahon, Wind Dragon. You'll find it. It's amazing. And on the women's side, our ranking system has Kristen on top, Kristen, Evelina, and then Own. The Stat Mando ranking system has Kristen, Own, and then Missy. The power rankings have Holland, Missy, and then Kristen. Kristen's obviously been out for a while, but good to see her popping up into the power rankings this quickly. And the Pro Tour standings have Missy, Owen, and Holland. And as I mentioned earlier, Kristen climbed from 7th to 6th. I would look for her to crack that Pro Tour standings podium soon. So that puts Kristen on top. Owen and Missy are tied for 2nd, and Holland and Evelina are just barely outside the top 3, finishing 4th and 5th. That does it for us today. It's a great day for disc golf, a great week for Disc Golf Daily. I hope you have fun, throw them straight, and hit the thin gap. And as always, if you have any thoughts, news, or opinions, shoot us an email, discgolfdaily@aol.com. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really does help us grow.